No offside.
No Offside Podcast is proud to partner with Lightning Rod Energy. Improve your performance, enhance your focus, sustain energy. What are you waiting for? Use code Offsides when you order online for a 10% discount. 43 Degree Sports. Join the revolution for clean gear. This bag kills bacteria and dries your gear. Don't be the smelly teammate anymore. Use code No Offsides Podcast for free shipping. Chupacabra Sports. Order custom uniforms and team gear. Get all branding and logo design services from Chupacabra Sports. Buy 11 uniforms, get the 12th free when you mention No Offsides Podcast.
Doing
Hey,
great,
Dave.
man. Yeah.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, I can get into it. Yeah, I mean it goes back to the mid 90s, right in the heyday of the RHI. And we did have a couple guys play in that. And we had a big event here in Winnipeg. It was called the Pan Am Games in 1999, and that was sort of the big heyday where roller hockey really took off for us here. And obviously it was the big heyday in the States too, and RHI was pretty big. But out of that Pan Am Games, we actually inherited three sport court floors. And so we were one of the few communities in Canada to have that. And it was great. In the summer, we would fit up the ice rinks with these sport court floors and play roller hockey. Go ahead, Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the same here in Winnipeg. We do have a bit of a short season, weather based. We run about a 2.5 month season, and that's it's not necessarily even just weather based. We've chose to do that to be accommodating to the families too, right? Like a lot of people like to go to the cottage throughout the summer. They've got multi sports going on, but they still want to play roller hockey. And we've got the season running through April, May, and a little bit of June, and we found that really hits home. Would we love to expand to year round? I think me and Jared would both love to play year round in Winnipeg, but we have a little bit of an issue with it getting to about -40 here in the winter time. And of course, ice hockey does play dominant out here like it does in most parts of Canada. So it can be a bit of a challenge, but if we had a crystal ball and in a perfect world, we'd find a facility and we'd love to expand into that in the future kind of thing. And that's part of the whole growing of the game. But we love our season so far, and we pack a lot of games into a short amount of time right now. Yeah, yeah, we play Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so all the teams do play twice a week throughout that season, which gets good for the rivalries between the teams, but it gets guys pretty active and pretty competitive between the A and the B divisions. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Like I'm the president of the Winnipeg Inline Hockey League, and we're a non-profit organization. We're not in it for the money. We're here just to keep the league going, and surrounded ourselves with some really good board members who share, the similar interests of, creating a good league that's good for families and kids and adults.
Yeah, and I'm the newest member actually. I just kind of came on this year, even though I've been involved. Like I've been playing in the league for many times, even when it wasn't run by Jared and us here. I've been playing since off and on since 2007. But I'm handling the social media marketing aspect of it. So some of that stuff that you've seen on Instagram lately is kind of my handiwork, and it's something that I talked to Jared and the other board members about. Is I really want to grow the game, and I happen to have a little bit of a passion for some of the photography, videography, content creation kind of thing, and it's the least I could do to help out and try to get more people into the league, more people into roller hockey in general in Canada. That's what I really would love to do, is actually just spread the sport out in Canada. Absolutely. I mean, visual speaks louder than anything, right? And I kind of go back and think when I was a kid, I wasn't really one that wanted to read a lot of books, but if I was watching a movie, I got interested. That's kind of how I got into roller hockey. I think back and I saw the Mighty Ducks movies. They're playing roller hockey way back in the day, and that said it more than anything. So I kind of took that into this approach: is if we're going to post stuff online, I want to show the game. I want to show the sports, even to the parents too, right? Like they don't really know roller hockey in Canada as much as they do in the U.S. And if they see a cool video of their kid doing something like I just posted the other day, the kid flipping the puck around and going end to end, and that's going to catch people's attention far more than maybe even just static pictures or stats and stuff.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Really cool experience. Obviously, played against a lot of Team USA guys, and got a lot of buddies there. I honestly great buddies. Super fun. Um, but yeah, it's I've been very lucky and fortunate to have that opportunity, and it's something that's always be cherished. And what a cool experience.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Now my voice is back. My voice messed up. So now Jared, are you, since you've played for Team Canada, do you play Miwa still?
I do, yes, yes, I do. And so, yeah, we got a team going this year, Team Canada. We got a Legends and a Veterans team. And we actually have quite a few guys from Winnipeg that are going as well,
Okay.
which is always super special. Um, and it's a neat group of guys that from cities all over Canada that you get to know. And yeah, and like it's neat. Like I said, we run into all the USA guys, and it's good to catch up with those guys. Uh, but as soon as the whales go on and the helmets on the head, it's a different relationship, let's just say.
Oh, for
So,
sure, for sure. I mean, always a good game between U.S. and Canada. So,
oh, they're so fun, so fun. Yeah,
and Adam, you said you played in the league. I mean, talking to you both, right, is like, I mean, why did you both get involved in Winnipeg Inline, and like, why roller over ice?
I'll let you start, Jared, and then I can kind of tap in because you've been with the league longer than me. So
yeah, sure, yeah. So, I don't know, like, um, like up in the north, ice rules, right? And it's hard to get even some parents and kids to think about anything other than ice hockey. But for me, it was. I remember when I got involved, it was like, so it wasn't a heyday of the RHI days, and it was something that I saw, and I saw the Pro Beach happening in California, and I was just interested in it, and I found that when I started playing it, that I actually enjoyed it more than ice hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really fun sport. It was affordable. Um, didn't need a lot of crazy gear. And it was just such a different game that I just loved it. And I think the thing that, if I could pass the word around a little more is for people to try it and do multi-sport things will make you a better hockey player. Um, and I mean, my kids played, and every year they played roller, they would turn back to ice the next season and move up a level.
Yeah.
It just gave you the confidence to do things differently, read the game differently. You had to play it differently, which totally transitioned into ice hockey skills. Um, it made it all everybody I know has played it has made them a better ice hockey player. And that's one of the things that we try to tell families is that, you know, going on the ice every 365 a day is not really healthy, and actually you get a lot of different injuries out of it. And that was proof in the pudding when I saw that as we started playing more and more roller hockey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, similar for me. I mean, it was something that I grew up doing. I mean, I'm originally from Southern Ontario, so like when I came up growing up, I played in that Southern Ontario circuit, Halton, Mississauga, and even back in the day played in that the Great Lakes Junior Inline coming up through there. But then, moving away from there, there was no roller hockey. I moved to places like Thunder Bay and then Winnipeg, and I got out to Calgary, played a little bit, but then came back and there wasn't that. And as soon as I found a league, it was actually one of the first things that I did socially when I moved to Winnipeg was I found the Winnipeg League back in the day, and it just made me fall in love with roller hockey again. And being, what Jared said about it being a development thing,
Yeah.
it is a great development thing. But I also find myself having way more fun playing roller hockey, which allows you to be more creative, and then allows you to develop better because we all develop better when you are having fun, right? So got back involved in the league back then, and then played for several years. And then when I had the opportunity to just hop on and do something, I kind of just want to get that out to other people. Is spread the message that roller hockey it is a great development thing, but you get to have a lot of fun. You get to touch the puck a lot. You get to think the game differently. You get to learn patience. There is other avenues like tournaments and things like that if you want to go more competitive, which a lot of the kids in the league have started to do as well. So I see it growing year after year, and it's just something that I love being involved with.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, I personally, because I played ice for a long time before jumping. I played roller, went ice for a while, then came back after I finished playing ice. And I don't know. To me, it's the community. I feel like the community in roller is just. I don't want to use better because I don't want to put ice versus roller against each other, but I also feel like that it's closer and
Yeah,
like I can, you play ice and you're with the people around you in your area, but you don't know probably many people outside of your area of where you're playing ice. But where roller, when you're traveling, going to tournaments, you meet new people, and everyone's pretty open to meet new people, and next you have a friend that's across the country, right? So.
Mhm.
And also, like I said, I just started playing ice again, and I've had 2 sticks on half in one season. So that seems to me like a big difference. So
Right.
I noticed that huge, and I think Jared, we noticed that when we go down to things like Narchtown and Irvine, when we go down to Winter Nats the last couple of years, is like you can see that it's such a closer community than you would ever anticipate. And of course, it's close in ice as well in its own way, but it was just such a different vibe when you get there and get to be a part of it, and then all of a sudden you're making friends
Mhm.
that are still talking to you after just like a tournament and stuff. And again, that's part of why you want to promote it because it's like, why wouldn't you want to promote something
yeah.
that positive?
Right.
Now, I mean, what? I guess trying to think. I mean, what made you want to get involved with like the league and become on the board and jump on the board? Is it kind of like, you know, you feel that you need to give back, or you're there, you might as well do something for the league? I mean, where do you fall into? Each of you fall into kind of like being on the board and helping run the league.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a great question. You know, the the league is the only league in Winnipeg, right? The Winnipeg Inline Hockey League. And um it was actually not doing well a few years back. And my kids were in it. I love the sport, and I could see that it didn't have much future if it didn't have an organized group that
Sure.
was running it. And you don't become a president of something because you want to be. you know so but I knew that if you surrounded yourself with really good people that have a common goal, that you would the thing would take off. So I guess you could say, for the sake of my kids, I'd
Sure.
probably got involved with it more. um but all good in all good ways. And that would have been, I think it was 2018 is when we
Okay.
sort of took over. Yeah. And then you had COVID and you had all that kind of stuff to deal with too. But what a
Tell me
crazy
about it.
time. Yeah, crazy time. But yeah, I mean that's how I got involved with it. Just didn't want to see it die. We had so many good hockey players in our community. We would that went to these tournaments. Many of them played for Team Canada. Many of them we knew that would eventually make it to Team Canada. And if the sport died, we would literally be letting our community down.
Mhm.
And so it was actually a mission that we had to take on. And here we are. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. And I've been playing in the league, obviously, quite some time now. And again, being at the rink all the time, talking to these guys, it's a little community that we've built up here. And I felt like I was part of something. And I'm also a bit of a roller nerd and a hockey nerd. Like I'm the guy watching the tournaments on YouTube live and watching the overseas league elite and
Yeah.
looking at the new wheels and being that kind of like go-to guy. And providing a lot of the guys around the league a lot of information and just honestly never shutting up about it. And so it's one of those things that, hey, if I can take that and I can help the league out in any way, I'm there already. Like I might as well jump on and help in any way I can, even if it's washing a floor on a Friday night, right, Jared?
Get your steps in, man. You get your steps in.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys hold tryouts for the Pure Maple travel team.
Yes. Yeah. So we're closely networked with leagues across Canada. Um, and there's Canada Inline is the organization
Okay.
that puts together these Team Canada travel teams. The Miha, and then I think there's World Skate. And then they also do send teams to Narch, Winter Nationals and the Summer Narch. And so yeah, no, we have good relationships with that organization. And yeah, they'll come do, they'll do a cross Canada tour, and we'll host, a tryout at our rink at the Bertrand Arena in Winnipeg. And kids come out, and yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. So we also do, so in our league, another interesting thing that we do is when you're youth or junior age, which would be anybody 18 and under, all our kids, we ask that they register as free agents.
Okay.
And then what we do is we control and formulate the teams. And it's a really cool experience because, our mandate is to make a league that's fair,
Sure.
and that we don't have stacked teams and weaker teams and whatnot. So we encourage all of our kids to register as free agents, and then we host a little evaluation skate so we can kind of see who the rock stars are and whatnot. And then yeah, we put the teams together, and they're put on a team, and we come up with some really crazy names for the teams, and yeah, they have a lot of fun doing it. So yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, talking about youth and adult, I mean, how many kids are in youth, and then how many adults are in the league as well? Like, how many total participants do you guys have?
Yeah, so I think we're at 130 kids.
Oh, nice.
And that puts us so we got three categories of kids. We've got tykes, youth, and junior. So tykes, we usually run a pretty two teams, but bigger teams. So there's two tyke teams, and they play each other twice a week. We have 5 youth teams, and we have 4 junior teams. When you get to the adult groups, we have 6 A teams and 6 B teams.
Okay.
And what's really cool this year is we're actually starting to see the graduating junior kids from 2 years back creating their own adult men's teams and literally kicking our ass. So, so yeah, so it's
You got
super cool. The youth is coming up and taking over, and it's really neat to see that finally. So great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
neat to see them really embrace the roller culture too. Like there's a new team, the Winnipeg Whiteouts, and they've got the flashy jerseys and they're getting the matching pants, and you can see they're getting into the gear and stuff like that, the right wheels and all that. So
okay.
they've taken that next step into not just playing just because it's with their buddies. Like they seem to be really into it. And then we had another younger team, the Degenerates, come a couple years ago. Now they formed 2 teams, one in B and one in A, and they're going to be hitting one of their first tournaments down in I think they're going to Wish Cup actually. So they're going to start the tournament circuit for the first time here coming up too. So like it's really cool to see that they're not just playing to play, like they're actually embracing the culture and the actual roller scene.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'll likely end up seeing them there because I'll be there at Wish Cup. So hopefully they don't kick my ass.
Instagram, you'll see exactly what to look for.
Yeah.
I mean, they're embracing the sport of roller hockey. Are their jerseys flashy, or do they keep the simplistic ice jerseys?
One team's pretty flashy, the other team's pretty simplistic, and but they're both really embracing the culture kind of thing. It's cool to see, even though they're all a bunch of pretty much ice guys. Like one team's actually a bunch of current junior players that are kind of just in their last years of junior A, and the other ones are a little bit of mix of both. But they really are. They're, like I said, the one team, really flashy jerseys. They basically got them knock off of Nasher's jerseys, the Columbus Heat there, with their own flashy logo, and they started the Instagram right away. They're tagging us and everything like that. So it's just, that makes me smile because that means that we're doing something right if they're embracing it like that.
For sure. I mean, what other way to spread, Winnipeg inline than other teams making their own Instagram page, and you're just adding more content, right? So,
Absolutely.
Now, the rink you're playing at now, is this newer? Like, is this a new place that you ended up putting down tile? Because I saw on your website that it's like we would now play at Bertrand.
The Bertrand Arena.
Bertrand.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So the rink, it's so again, ice rules up here,
Sure.
and the season usually ends around March break, which would be the end of March. But what happens with a lot of the community clubs out here is they run end of season camps, and so sometimes it's hard to get a rink that doesn't have the ice in it anymore.
Sure.
So what we found is the city owned and operated rinks. There's a few of them where they take the ice out early. Not many, but one of them is the Bertrand Arena in Winnipeg here. So with that said, we can actually run our program April 1. We try to get our floor in, and then it's got to be out by the end of June. It's an older rink, but it's an ice rink. Has the ice plant, everything on it. But the city, we have an agreement with them, and they've been fantastic to deal with. Shout out to those guys. They're just every year is always a great experience with them, just in how they handle us. Yeah, so it's a city-run rink. It's an older one, but the roof doesn't leak and our floor fits. So we're happy about that.
That's good. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
It's got a nice aesthetic. I like the wood ceiling. It's got that character to it. little bit of weird lighting with our green floor kind of reflecting up, but hey, we'll deal with
I
that.
was just gonna. My next question was gonna be: is that floor actually green?
It is
Yes.
actually green.
What
Yeah.
kind of tile is that you got green tile?
Yeah, so that's the sport. It's called Sport Court, and
Okay.
it's from 1999, the Pan Am Games. And yeah, it's been and every year we take it out and put it back in, take it out, put it back in, and so it is abused, and it takes a beating, but man, it holds up, and yeah, it's nice to play on. I mean, we've all played on Still Mat. Still
Yeah.
Mat, I love it. I think it's great. The puck slides nice, the wheels grab nice. This one is a little slower, like it's not a little more effort to skate, I find.
Hmm.
Not as forgiving, but it's still it's way better than just bare concrete,
Oh, for sure.
and it's still fast. So
We were just saying the other day, like this. I mean, Still Mad is great. Like shout out to them. Like they make a great product. But I mean, this thing has been through the ringer, durability wise. Like it's like the Dodge Ram, like a rock
Yeah.
of Ford.
You can't go wrong with new or old sport court. I mean, it has been through the test of time. Um, Anywhere you go that has older sport court, and the fact that it like you guys. I mean, where do you guys store this? Because you obviously take it up and you store it, and it has to be stored pretty well because at least somewhere where it's not to the elements or anything like that. Because I mean, for you to be able to continue to use it since the '90s, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
mhm. Yeah, I mean, they're expensive, right? So you got to take care of them. And so yeah, we have a process of installation, deinstallation, and removal. And so basically, we keep it in a sea can, but it's all nicely piled on pallets
Sure.
and organized that way. Our corners are all pre-marked, so they go in nice every year, so we're not cutting every year. Um, but that's the joys of running a hockey league, right? So,
Oh, for sure.
I'll say the green. I think, and I was saying this the other day to Jared. It's like I think it almost gives us a bit of an identity on online because you're gonna see us right away when you see that bright green floor and you're scrolling Instagram.
I mean, that's the first thing that caught my eye when the video you tagged me in, and I was like, wait, did he edit this? Is this like edited where the floor is green, or is the floor actually green? Because this is crazy.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, you know, let me see what I got here. So you're a nonprofit, right? Um, and so I'm more than familiar with nonprofit because of the league that I'm a part of, and I'm a vice president of my league, and I didn't get there by choice either. So I understand. I understand that. Um, and so like, I mean, what's I know my day to days, but we're also a year along. I mean, when is this? When you guys are holding meetings, right? Is that all year round? Is that like when you're not playing? Are you having meetings in the off season to like prepare in advance for the next year?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty chill.
Okay.
And the league, like I said, the numbers of that we have kids that we have, it's growing. We're at the level where we don't need weekend floor time yet, which is actually kind of a little bit of a secret and nice to have that, because weekends are just so special up here, especially when it starts getting warm. Um, but yeah, no, we keep in touch. Many of the people who are on the board are we actually play ice together, so we see them quite regularly. Um, and it's not super formal. I mean, it's formal enough that it is documented, but you know, um, yeah, I'm just trying to think. We probably should meet more, you know. But it's hard to think roller hockey when it's the middle of winter and
Sure.
whatnot. But yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, we with endless amounts of energy and whatnot, this thing could grow to whatever you wanted it to be. We all also have day jobs as well.
Yeah.
One of the cool things this year, first ever for us, is we actually hired our first employee.
Oh, nice.
Uh, so we have an employee that is at the rink, making sure that things are going swimmingly and that, goalies are showing up and the refs are there and whatnot. So, so that's been a huge relief for us, which then in turn gives us some more time to think about, what do we want to do next year, right?
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, and speaking from experience, when you're able to hire someone and let them take care of the day to day, it's less burnout on the members of the board too, right? So,
Yeah.
it's less like not so much. It is less responsibility on you guys, even though you guys have to like more than likely check in with someone, with a guy that you've hired and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. It's very nice to have an employee. So,
You show up to the rink and just play, Jared.
yeah.
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 Now looking, I mean, I gotta say, I do love the logo. Is there any like, does it represent anything? Does it, is like, you have, I'm assuming I'm gonna go with lion's head as a basic animal here, but I mean, it could be different name for a lion. I don't know, but like, with the lion head and everything, is that representing anything in Winnipeg or?
I don't know if it really does. You know, we're sort of maybe modeling a little bit of, there was was it a soccer team that was here? Winnipeg Fury was the one that we had, a Winnipeg Fury hockey soccer team, I thought we had.
Okay.
And we were just
There is
trying to be a little,
one,
sorry?
like the Monarchs is long-time junior team with a lion head too. That's kind of where I saw it coming from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't remember where the line came from. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Uh, That's yeah, you know what? I mean, it's and of course this is before the AI fad came around. So that's straight up original.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, I mean it was something that uh I felt that was, I mean, I didn't design, we had a designer look at it and I thought it looked awesome. The colors were cool and it fit the roller hockey sort of,
Sure.
I don't know, what do you call it?
Kids love it too.
Yeah, the
All the
kids
youth.
love it. Yeah, it's super fun. But we what we don't have yet, and this is where we need to really get organized with it, is, like a WIHL, like all-star team or something we can send to Nasty
Sure.
Cup or something. That would be, that would be the next thing for us. But yeah, who knows? You'll see it in the States show up in North Carolina someday. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome. And that's what I was going to go next is like, what's next? What is, what's the future look like for the WIHL?
Yeah, that's I mean, the, I guess you could say we're starting to see a little bit of that sort of result come through now with, a lot of these, men's teams that are coming up through the kids groups. Um, I think, as the league grows, um, things like, do we open up to weekends? How's our floor going to last? Is it time for another floor? We have a bit of a following now. Social media, thanks to Adam, and your podcast here is definitely going to help for sure. I love that. Thank you. And it's we're right in the middle of Canada. And there's not much east or west of us for, cities for us to play against. So we are it when it comes to Central Canada. And, maybe there's communities that are outside of Winnipeg that maybe take up the sport and want to, start their own leagues and
Sure.
whatnot. And we'd love to welcome that. So,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
seeing a little bit of growth in the region. I mean, Moose Jaw is 6 hours away in Saskatchewan. I see they've started a little roller league that's been around for a little while and growing. I've seen some Northern Ontario ones, but I mean, Jared's right. Like we're right smack dab in the middle of Canada. Like the next major league would be out in Calgary. That's 2 provinces away. That's 20-hour trip, and then down to Southern Ontario is another 20 hours, and so we're right in the middle. So I would say future wise is being a little bit self-reliant and try to grow the league and come up with some cool ideas. Maybe look at all-star or like all-star style skills competitions to help grow the youth league. They have fun doing those kind of things. And but I do see the fruits of the labor of Jared's labor coming through with the teams doing, like they're going down to the Wish Cup in Arch, and we're seeing more and more players even hop on U.S. teams. I've seen some kids hop on with Palma Golden Knights Academy teams and
Sure.
things like that. And I could see that growing from here, like even more players as they start to realize that those are options that they can actually even do.
Now, is there any thought of maybe in the future of like trying to make roller all year round, or is that just kind of at the moment an unrealistic viewpoint?
Yeah, I
So
mean, yeah, it would be neat to try it. I think there'd be a couple things that would have to happen for us to do that. Like probably a catastrophic failure of a city-owned hockey rink. You know, or maybe we know a guy who can help us with that. But anyhow, it was yeah, I mean, all of our arenas are built for ice.
Sure.
And so as soon as ice season starts, those rinks are books, right? And but if there was a rink that maybe lost its ice plant or something, and they're looking for something to do with it, we could probably, maybe look at something like it. I think that it would be interesting to do from an what would that require from us energy wise? You know,
Okay.
it's exciting to run this for 3 months and then shut it down and go put a fishing rod in your hand and spend your summer doing that. I do enjoy that. But to run it 365 like the guys in Corona or California and whatnot, you look at those as models a bit. They're running it as a business,
Sure.
and do we have the energy to and resources to do it? I'm not there yet, so
Okay.
yeah,
I had to know.
yeah, yeah,
you
it'd be
you guys
awesome.
run your league year round down there, Dan?
Yes, we do. Well, we also the nearest ice rink for us is depending on where you live in our area is an hour and a half to So it's people got to travel because we're right near the border of South Carolina, and so people have to travel to South Carolina to go play ice. So it's a commitment because you're going to play for hour and 15, hour 20 minutes, and then you're driving hour and a half. So you're driving longer than you're playing. And so we were able to have a league from 2000, and then just kind of build on it every year. We used to play on an outdoor asphalt rink and have to deal with the weather and everything like that. And we're renting from the Parks and Rec, and when the lights stop working, we have to contact Parks and Rec and be like, hey, your lights aren't working, and deal with all that. So, but now we, as a lot of people know in our area and in the states, is that our rink was destroyed in Hurricane Helene.
Yeah.
We have invested a lot of time to try and get something back after a year and a half or so. And at the moment, we are playing on it's like a 110 by 60 rink that we're playing 3 versus 3 on. That we have like portable boards that we put up. The rink is rectangular. There's no rounded corners. It's a completely different game. We invested in outdoor tile, and if anyone's ever played on outdoor tile, there's not really a good one for stopping and starting.
She's great.
Yeah, and so like just kind of because like the stuff that the NHL has been using for their teams and that they have partnership with, it's not the greatest and it's real thin and it's once again I haven't tested one out that's grippy enough to act like almost similar close to inline where it's indoors and stuff like that. So we're making it through and we're finally able to this spring be able to bring roller hockey back to Asheville. So
Awesome. I'm happy for you guys. That's so commendable because you guys, I mean, you got all the challenges. So many people would just probably pack it up and just say no, but you guys are just fighting through. So I love that.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's long dedicating long hours that I don't want to give up to sit there and dig a 4 foot hole to put a post in and then hang lights from it and stuff. I could go on and on, but yeah, it's been a journey, and I'm thankful to have something back in my area that I don't have to travel anymore for. So,
Right.
it's get to play hockey and then hang out with the in town and drink a beer with people that I know, and go home and do it again the next day. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, well said.
yeah, so I mean, we've talked for a little while now. I mean, is there anything that I didn't touch up on that you want people to know about Winnipeg Inline?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, great interview, great questions. Give it a try. We have, every year we always have an open house for kids and families to come try if they've never, or adults. I've never played inline or roller hockey before. Um, it's, I think it's, listening to your story, Dan, about, the facility that you're trying to build for yourself and the challenges that you have experienced with that. I mean, in Winnipeg, we're so fortunate that we have what we have, and the options for our community to come and try it and play in it. So we're very grateful for that. And yeah, maybe we'd love to see your team come up here one day and we can have a beer together.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, we can probably make that happen. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, I mean, like I said, I look forward to maybe meeting some of the guys come down that play Wish Cup and stuff like that, because that's usually we get a couple teams that usually go to that, so that should be fun. But
I'll make sure you guys get linked up. I'll send you their info, and they're great guys.
Sweet,
You'll find them for sure.
love it. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys joining me. Where did my thing go? Because if I don't read a script, then I am completely screwed. But make sure if you're watching, subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Go subscribe on Spotify. All the previous seasons and new episodes are on there from this year. I like to thank the sponsors of the podcast: Lightning Rod Energy, 43 Degree Sports, and Chupacabra Sports. And remember, if you're forecheck and roller hockey, don't let up because there's no offsides. Jaret, Adam,